it can be absolutely essential sometimes to be a bit uncompromising with the ego. So something we are all very familiar with is that when we are recognizing our true nature of awareness, certain parts of our psychology will show up for us. It could, for example, be the case that there is this doubting part that wonders if we are doing it right or if this is safe to do. Or it could be that the ego manager shows up and doesn't want to relinquish control, wants to stay in the driver's seat. So when these parts show up, it is absolutely crucial that we sort of know how to navigate them. Because what happens very commonly is that we are almost there, relatively speaking, beginning to open up to awareness. But as soon as these parts show up, we either become fixated on them or we begin to identify with them. So, just to be very pragmatic and immediate, let's say we're sitting here just creating a bit of space, creating the fertile ground for the recognition of our true nature. And all of a sudden, that doubting part is here. And it says, this is not right. You can't do this. What's going to happen? Is this really safe? So when that part shows up, we can say, first of all, you don't need to disappear. You don't need to go anywhere. But just for right now, you're just allowed to relax a bit. Right now, you don't need to figure this out. It's safe for you to simply relinquish a bit of control here. And what happens then is that we essentially have unblended and loosened the fixation on that doubting part. Like I said, it can still be here, but it's not seen to be what we are anymore. It is merely a part that's showing up in the field of experience. Now, back to this point of being a bit uncompromising here. This is now where that really plays a crucial role. Because at this point, now that this part has been given some space and it's been allowed to relax, it's very important to not continuously go back to the doubting mind and to look for assurance or look for safety there. At this point, we are no longer negotiating with that part. So there's a sort of invisible handoff happening here, where we are relaxing from that doubting part and opening to awareness itself. At this point, again, there is no going back. There is no need to contract back into an identity. Right now, what matters is really being clear about the one who is aware, awareness itself. At this point, what we are really curious about is what the nature of this awareness is. This nature of awareness is open, allows all experience to occur, but in of itself is not doubtful, is not afraid, is not vulnerable. It is just this simple presence. So we are daring to allow this to become primary, to see that this awareness in of itself is complete as it is. And at this point, we don't feel tempted anymore to go back into identification with a part, because we see that this is complete, this is safe, and we can live from it. Now, up to this point, we were a bit uncompromising with this doubting mind, this doubting part of our embodiment. But now that we are very clear about where we are coming from, where we are aware from, it is essential to see as well what the relationship is between this awareness and that part. Very importantly, what we are recognizing here is that even though this awareness is free of fear and doubt, there is no separation between this awareness and that fearful part, that doubt arising. This is the fascinating paradox of the non-dual. There is no fear or pain or doubt in this, and yet it welcomes all of these experiences of our embodiment. So again, we're not trying to get rid of these parts, but we are instead seeing that they are not harmful to our true nature. There is now the profound possibility of being with these parts without identifying with them. And so this is what we are familiarizing with, a profoundly different operating system that is available for each and every one of us. So just know what this is, familiarize with it, and the rest just follows naturally.